So, you have been an amazing volunteer for CCF, for the COVID
Mm,
relief, to support people in the LGBTIQ plus community, the community around Nepal. So how, like, if you can kind of tell us how you've been involved in this, the work, and
mm.
how did you get involved? Uh, what what is yeah, like, and just your experience, and like I think everybody would love to know that.
या म चाहिँ इन्भल्भ हुनुभन्दा पहिला चाहिँ अब त्यस्तो रिलिफ दिनुपर्छ, रिलिफको लागि कसैलाई हेल्प गर्नुपर्छ भनेर त्यति सोच्दिनँ थिएँ।
Uh-huh.
2020 को लकडाउनको 2 महिनापछि चाहिँ मलाई कहीँबाट कल आयो साथीको र मलाई के भन्यो भने तपाईँको पनि नाममा राहत छ लिन आउनु भने मैले पछिल्लो भिडियोमा पनि यो मेन्सन गरेको थिएँ।
Mhm.
त्यहाँ राहत लिन जाँदाखेरि जसरी सबै हाम्रो ट्रान्स कम्युनिटीको साथीहरू लाइनमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो, म फ्रन्टमा थिएँ र के भन्नुभयो भने राहत लिन बोलाउनु भएको मान्छेले तपाईँहरू खानै नपाएर आउनु भएको हो भन्नुभयो कि त्यहाँ देयर इज मोर देन 100 पिपल राहत लिन बसिरहेको थियो नि। आई फिल सो इम्बेरेस बिङ अ ट्रान्स आर्टिस्ट होइन। आई फिल सो इम्बेरेन्स। म त्यहाँ खान नपाएर गएको थिएन बट मलाई कल आएको भएर म गएको थिएँ। अनि आई वाज लाइक म रुन चाहन्थेँ बट अगाडि मैले आँसु झारेन त्यहाँ। म फर्केर घर गएँ केही नभनिकन। अनि घरमा पुगेर मैले लाइक 1 घन्टा जस्तो चुप्प लागेर बसेँ। मलाई अलिकति हर्ट भइरहेको थियो। अनि 1 घन्टापछि आई स्टार्ट हुन्छ नि साथीहरूलाई सोध्न थालेँ कहाँ के प्रब्लम भएको छ भनेर।
Mhm.
मैले के गर्न सक्छु अब म गरेर देखाउँछु भनेर चाहिँ मैले अनि लाइक हामी ट्रान्सहरू जति चुप लागेर बस्यो त्यति मान्छेले दबाउँदो रहेछ। सो आई हेभ टु स्टार्ट होइन डु समथिङ टु माई कम्युनिटी भनेर चाहिँ रिलिफको लागि लियो हेल्प माग्न थाल्यो मान्छेहरूलाई। सो
Mhm.
स्पेसली सबभन्दा बढी हेल्प मैले तपाईँबाट पाएको लास्ट इयर पनि यो इयर पनि। सो अनि अब हेल्प पाएको कारणले मैले धेरैलाई हेल्प गरेँ। त्यतिमा पनि मलाई चित्त लाइक हुन्छ नि सन्तुष्टि कतिखेर चाहिँ हेल्प गरेर भन्दा पनि सन्तुष्टि कतिखेर भयो भन्दाखेरि जब उहाँहरूको खुसीको आँसु देख्थेँ। मेरो घरमा खाना नहुँदा तपाईँले चामल ल्याइदिनु भयो, यो हेल्प गर्नुभयो, त्यो हेल्प गर्नुभयो भन्नुहुन्थ्यो। मलाई एकदम खुसी लाग्थ्यो। सो मैले मेरो पाइला चाहिँ स्टप गरेको छैन। स्टिल म प्रोसेसिङमा छु मैले केसम्म हेल्प गर्न सक्छ भनेर। मैले
Mhm.
मेरो व्यक्तिगत तर्फबाट पनि हेल्प गरिरहेको छु र
uh,
कति ठाउँमा मेरो ओके
just,
ल यहाँबाट म पछि भन्छु।
I'll just like translate everything, because these are really important points that I don't want to forget. But so for Neelam, she just correct me if I'm like, if the stories don't align, but like, from what I've heard is that for Neelam, it's kind of been a journey where, because I mean, before Neelam wasn't involved in any kind of relief work until the lockdown hit in 2020. And because of COVID, like, some of her friends within the trans community asked her to come, "Oh, let's go get some relief," and where uh, uh, there were people who were almost like kind of kind of harassing her, by telling her, "Oh, why are you guys begging for food?" And because of that, like, Neelam felt really bad, that, like, why can't we as like the trans community do something for each other, rather than like kind of feeling like harassed by people being like, "Why are you guys begging?" So I think through I mean because of that, I think Neelam kind of felt this urge to kind of help and reach out to people within the trans community. And and the good thing is, me and Neelam met, and because I worked for I was doing the COVID relief for CCF. We got in touch, and we've been able to kind of, provide that financial assistance, so that Neelam can go to different villages and connect with the LGBTQ plus community, and provide food, which was really like lacking in these communities, because there was no work. There was they didn't have work, they didn't have a big family support, they didn't have connections to people that would actually give relief, give food that people really wanted at that time. So and I think through the work, what Neelam has mentioned is that for her, doing this work, doing this COVID relief work, one of the biggest um, happiness, and peace, and that she's felt was when she sees people, being like uh, having tears of joy. I know,
Mm,
tears of joy.
yeah.
And that's something that like she feels like she's doing a really good job, because these people are so happy to actually get the food, which they need for sustenance, and like they're really happy and like thanking her, and then in that way, like she feels like she's done her service, to kind of help the people in her community. I know.
या एन्ड सेकेन्ड कुरा चाहिँ मलाई यो कोभिड रिलिफको काम गर्न मलाई लाइक 8 आउनुको कारण चाहिँ मैले मेरो कम्युनिटीको साथीहरूलाई चाहिँ जहाँ पनि आइडेन्टिटी कार्ड प्लस उहाँहरूको फोटो भिडियो मागेको कारणले होइन, सो कतिजना मेरो साथीहरू चाहिँ कस्तो थियो भने काठमाडौँको स्पेसली काठमाडौँको साथीहरू चाहिँ दे हाइड देयर आइडेन्टिटी फ्रम देयर फ्यामिली होइन।
Mm.
सो त्यो भएर चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ अब एउटा आइडेन्टिटी कार्डमा एउटा नाम हुन्छ, एउटा सेक्स हुन्छ होइन, सो रियलमा उहाँहरू एज अ फिमेल जानुभएको हुन्छ। इम्ब्यारेस गरेको कारणले पनि मैले चाहिँ यो कदम उठाएको।
Okay. So one of the other reason that Neelam did the relief is because a lot of the communities, they have been they don't seek assistance from their families, because they're even hiding their gender from their families. So a lot of them were having a hard time, and that's where like Neelam felt this need, and the strength to actually like step in and kind of help people in her community, because they weren't getting that help from their family. I know. You're,
हजुर, त्यही हो।
you're doing amazing work.
Thank you. And I would like to say thank you from bottom of my heart CCF लाई होइन, CCF टिमलाई होइन, हजुरलाई मेरो सबै कम्युनिटीको साथीहरूबाट धेरै धेरै ब्लेसिङ एन्ड धेरै धेरै माया एन्ड थ्याङ्क यू।
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, yeah. So I'm just going to translate it so that everybody can know. Is that Neelam, on behalf of the community, the LGBT, the trans community, would like to thank all the CCF donors, all the people that have actually helped, provide this relief during the pandemic. And she would really, yeah, and she feels very blessed.